Hi students. How are you? Don't panic. Corona is a bad time for the whole world. It's just a pause. But it cannot stop us to gain knowledge. We are with you to help at any moment. By the way, I am Artatrana Biswaperson Dash, from DAV Autonomous College, Titilagarh, and today we are going to discuss about some basic and very important concepts of networking. I am starting with this unit because it is a common subject for both IT and computer science students. This PPT does not hold the whole unit. It is just the first chapter of data communication and computer network. So watch it carefully. At the end of this presentation I will refer some important books except our textbook, which must be very helpful for you, my students. So let's start.
Hey Cine, I'm your little brother, Galumalu. Help me, please tell me what is computer network?
Hey Galumalu. I am Cine. Don't be shy. I will help you to understand computer network. Now listen carefully. A computer network is an interconnected collection of autonomous computers that can share and exchange informations. See how happy those computers are, after sharing informations. Actually, we need computer networks to share resources like files, printers, modems, fax machines, scanners, etc. We can share application softwares like MS Office, Photoshop, Illustrator. Also, it allows electronic communications easier. By sharing and distributing works among various teams through network, we can also increase our productivity.
Hey Cine, why we need it now I can understand. Now tell me, what are the goals of a network?
Okay Galumalu. Look, these are some of the main goals of a computer network on which the network must hold good. First of all, resource sharing means we can share common resources like printers, scanners, files, images, audio, video by using a computer network. Now come to communication medium. Actually, as we know nowadays, the best way to communicate with anybody, stay anywhere in the world, is Internet. And good news is that Internet is also a network, sometimes called network of networks. We are using emails, voice chats, audio, video, hear songs, watch films, news, play many games, and all these things are possible only through this networking. So it is the best medium to communicate. Now come to reliability. Look, in a networking system, if one computer is down, its workload can be taken over by the other computers. It means simply, we are not dependent on a single machine to get our work done. System is still available to us after the destruction of a single workstation. Now come to cost reduction. Look, for example, practically in a small office environment for a single room, a single printer is enough to perform all the printing works, and if we attach individual printers with each system, it is just a waste of money. So instead of using individual printers for each system, we can use only a single printer, and by sharing the printer with all the available systems we can do the same work in a cost-effective way. So by networking we are able to reduce our peripheral cost. Heterogeneous means, a network of computers can contain various types of computers having different types of operating systems. But the compatibility is maintained between these various types of systems in such a way that, we feel as if we are working simultaneously in a single system. We can easily able to add or remove any resources such as CPU, printers, scanners in a computer network at any point of time. It means the size of the network can be increased and reduced easily. So it is scalable.
Cine, in total, how many types of computer networks are there?
Galumalu, computer network can be classified in many ways. As you can see, in this slide, different types of ways are shown, on the basis of which we can differentiate the types of networks. First one is area-based networks, transmission-based networks, architecture-based, medium-based and function-based networks. Generally we are familiar with the area-based most of the time. And in this presentation we are only discuss about the first three ways. In area-based network, computer networks are classified according to their structure and the geographical area they are localized in. And based on the area it is divided into PAN, LAN, MAN, WAN. Personal area network, as the name suggests, covers a very smaller area, sometimes a working table. RPC and mobile connection through Wi-Fi is a good example of PAN. The network that spans a relatively small area and covers a single building or campus is known as LAN. The type of computer network that is designed for a city or town is known as MAN. A network that covers a large geographical area and covers different cities, states, and sometimes even countries, is known as WAN. The table represents some basic properties of these area-based networks by which we can differentiate them from each other. Depending on the transmission technology, whether the network contains switching elements or not, we have two types of networks: broadcast network and point-to-point or unicast network. It is also called forward-based or switch-based network because here different types of switching techniques are used to store and forward the informations among the connected systems. Circuit switching, packet switching and message switching are the well-known switching techniques used in networking. Broadcast networks have a single communication channel that is shared by all the machines on the network. In this type of network, short messages sent by any machine are received by all the machines on the network. The packet contains an address field, which specifies for whom the packet is intended. All the machines, upon receiving a packet, check for the address field. If the packet is intended for itself, it processes it, and if not, the packet is just ignored. LAN, packet radio, satellites are examples of broadcast network. Point-to-point or switched-based networks are those in which there are many connections between individual pairs of machines. In these networks, when a packet travels from source to destination, it may have to first visit one or more intermediate machines. Routing algorithms play an important role in point-to-point or switched networks because often multiple routes of different lengths are available. In circuit switching, first the complete physical connection between two computers is established. And then data are transmitted from the source computer to the destination computer. Telephone or dial-up connection is a good example of circuit switching where a physical connection must be available before communication. In packet switching, data or message is broken into tiny pieces called packets. Those packets are then sent across a network. The path that those packets take are not dedicated. So, individual packets may take separate paths on the network to get to the destination. This is how it works. TCP/IP protocol use packet switching for data transmission. Message switching is a mode of data transmission in which a message is sent as a complete unit and routed via a number of intermediate nodes at which it is stored and then forwarded. Message switching works as a post office. As we drop the letter in the post box of our locality, the letter is then sent to the receiver's address. And then receiver receives it from the post office of his location. Similarly here in message switching, message is sent to the substation of our location. Then from substation to the main station of our location. And finally it is sent to the receiver's location and from the main station to the station of receiver end. And now receiver can get the message. Here all the intermediate stations hold a copy of this message. Computer networks are broadly classified into peer-to-peer network and client-server network based on the network architecture. Peer-to-peer network is a type of network in which each workstation has equal capabilities and responsibilities. Each workstation acts as both a client and a server. There is no central repository for information and there is no central server to maintain. Data and resources are distributed throughout the network, and each user is responsible for sharing data and resources connected to their system. So it is also known as a distributed network. Peer-to-peer networks are generally simpler and less expensive, Client-server network is one in which the client is the requesting machine and the server is the supplying machine, both of which are connected via a LAN or WAN. The client contains the user interface and may perform some or all of the application processing. Servers can be high-speed microcomputer, mini-computers, or even mainframes. A database server maintains the database to extract data from or update the database. An application server provides additional business processing for the clients.
All you tell me are types of computer networks. Now tell me what is internet.
Galumalu, I am telling you a story. A story about internet. ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Network, was a project sponsored by U.S. Department of Defense. Planted in 1969 to connect computers at U.S. Defense and different universities. The users of this system were able to exchanging data and messages, play long-distance games and socialize with people who share their interests. DARPANET is also a version of ARPANET used specifically for defense projects. In 1980s, National Science Foundation Network, NSFNet was started to make high-capacity network, which are more capable than ARPANET used strictly for academic and engineering researches. But it is restricted for commercial users and businessmans. So they were sufferer due to this restriction of NSFNet. They searched for an alteration in a single platform to share information all over the world. In 1990, a super network came into existence popularly known as Internet. Internet is an interconnection of ARPANET, NSFNet and other private networks. The development of Internet is coordinated by a non-profit organization called the Internet Society, ISOC. The Internet Architecture Board, IAB, plans long-term trends and keeps a record of the RFC, request for comments, documents on various technical solutions and protocols used in Internet.
Thank you, students. Hope I am able to enhance your understanding a little bit on computer network. It's just an intro which will help you in your TEM and exam. I suggest some of the reference books you can follow to know things in detail. Please note it down. The first one is Computer Networks by Tannenbaum. And the second one is 12th Computer Science CBSE book, Volume 2 by Sumita Arora. The two books are enough for you for the timing as per your syllabus is concerned.